That's actually a really good question. Why don't I plug the store in my videos? Or at least wear something with the store logo on it. Like, it would make sense, right? I mean, the videos get traction, so it would only make the store grow. Well, it all comes back to how I got started. So we started 2015, I believe. And, we opened up the store, and there just wasn't a lot of traffic. I mean, there was local traffic because we were new and everybody had to check it out, but we weren't really moving what we wanted. And then we had got our FFL, and yeah, we sold a couple of guns here and there, but it just wasn't going anywhere. I'm like, well, hey, I'm going to jump in on those Facebook interest groups, stir things up a little bit, and see if I can't get some, traffic going. And it worked very well. I basically made myself a member of every single group I could possibly find, whether it was firearms related or not. And it was really easy to tell who the authority was in the group. And like an AR-15 group, it was the guy that had a Colt 6920 and a Beretta M9. On an AK group, they either had like a Mac 90, an Arsenal something or another, and a CZ 75. Well, the AK group was the easiest one to invade because, I mean, all BS aside, all your fandom aside, like, just put it away. Like, just look at the platform itself. After the AR-15 came out, and then there was the M16 and the M16A1, which had all the changes, really it made the AK platform obsolete. The cartridge it shot was too slow to get that permanent wound cavity.
As we expand and recover from is different when projectiles hit at greater than 2,200 feet a second. At that point, it appears we have surpassed the elasticity capability of human tissue, and that temporary wound cavity begins tearing at its limits and margins and becomes the permanent wound cavity.
The rifle was heavy, it wasn't ergonomic, so I'd go on there and I would start attacking these people because somebody would like post a problem with the rifle or whatever, and the guy would talk down to him on the AR-15 group or the AK-47 group. It didn't really matter. They just talked to him like, oh, that's just because you don't know what you're doing. You're not an operator. If you had this equipment like a real operator, your stuff would have worked. So I started attacking those guys, which actually was incredibly easy. Like, you think my grammar's bad right now? Like, I basically learned how to spell in 2015 because it wasn't a marketable skill for me. I sold customer service, problem solving, and estimated math. Estimated math, basically math, like real world math, is not absolutes. Almost everything is just estimated. The ability to look at a shopping cart and be like, I have roughly that amount of money spent in there. Or like going to get construction materials, you don't get, like, say for example, I'm building a 30-foot conveyor. You got two sides on it. You don't get two 15-foot I-beams because there's human error involved. What if you have to trim them down a little bit? So then you go like 32 feet. Even like prices. If I'm doing a sales receipt, it costs that much because I said it costs that much. It doesn't, there's just not a whole lot of absolutes. I mean, yeah, when you get into like the finer stuff, then it matters, in which case there's a calculator.
Several years ago, Money Magazine took a hypothetical family's finances and gave the numbers to 46 tax preparers. 46 different estimates came back. In some cases, those differences ran into the thousands of dollars of what the family owed. This from experts who are considered to be the best in the business.
As far as grammar, that was never a marketable skill for me. There was always a secretary to send out, like notices and bills and stuff like that. That's her job. So I never honed the skill at all. So my grammar was just horrible. So when I would attack these guys, they'd be so upset about the grammar. It was almost kind of like a sleight of hand thing. They'd be worried about grammar, and then I'd come in with a logic argument like that, and I'd typically win. And Facebook worked differently because everybody within 100 miles is what I concentrate on. I'd do like Wisconsin AK-47, Wisconsin AR-15, Wisconsin Beretta, whatever. The point is, I'd get the kind of views I'm getting here on YouTube, but they were all really, really close. They were in my general area. So we started moving firearms like crazy. I mean, like 2 to 3 sales a day, which is huge for a shop like this. We went from, like just starting out as a business to making a profit in a couple of months, which it should take you about 4 years to get a business to profiting. Unless, of course, you're a unicorn business or you had an advantage like I did. So I'd attack these guys, and then I'd do posts, and all my posts went super viral on Facebook because they'd start hitting me for the grammar and that, and how like Facebook and even YouTube works. The more people you get to engage with it, the more comments you get, the more likes or dislikes you get, the more views you get. It just starts snowballing, and next thing you know, it just grows to the size to where it's basically unstoppable. I got banned from like every AK-47 group because, like I said, it was super easy to make my posts go viral in there because I just throw logic at them. And that would upset everyone. There was even a guy in there that anytime somebody had a problem with an AK-47, he would put, "Oh, you should have got a JMac original." The guy would talk in third person. It was weird. I eventually found out that his JMac original company was here in Wisconsin. I tried to do a business deal with him, but he was so heated about me attacking him that he wouldn't negotiate with me. But aside from all that, so that's how we got started. Then 2016 came out. Obama was trying to make any firearm or second information on the internet treason, like violating state secrets because it can be seen worldwide. He was doing something with ITAR. I'll post the details right here. But anyway, so then YouTube and Facebook started going after gun communities because they assumed that this was going to go through. Facebook hit us the hardest. Like, this store page got taken down so many times for just posting pictures on guns. Like, at first I was able to post a picture of a gun with a price, the specs, everything just like a normal store page. Then it got to the point where if I posted a price, I would spend some time in Facebook jail and the post would be taken down. Then it got to the point where if I posted anything other than just a picture, the post would get taken down. Now it's kind of hit or miss. Sometimes the posts get taken down when I post a picture, sometimes they don't. So I don't really know any facts on that, but anyway, so that happened. Facebook started hammering us, and that drastically affected our sales. I mean, because of how much people like me for attacking these guys and standing up for them, we had no idea how to price firearms. We were literally putting them on the shelf for MSRP, which is ridiculous because we didn't know any better. And people were buying them, so obviously that's a good price. Because there's 3 different types of customers. There's the customer that if you offer good customer service, he'll buy the product, or if it's a good price, he'll buy a product. Then there's a customer where he'll only buy the cheapest possible, or he'll only buy the product if it's at the cheapest possible price. Then there's the customer that will only buy the product if you have quality customer service. So because I was engaging with all these people and they all liked me, I was hitting 2/3 of the market. And they were driving from all over Wisconsin. I was mailing firearms all over the United States because they liked me. And I was doing something they wanted to do, and I just didn't care. I was just brutally attacking the people that were attacking people. So anyway, then Facebook happened, and I lost my reach. It was totally cut off. Because I didn't do YouTube right away. I did it after Facebook. So our firearm sales, they went from just climbing to numbers we never thought we would hit for years to BAM! Flatline. Well, I'm like, well, I want to do YouTube. Since I have all these firearms available to me, I can finally hit YouTube numbers because it really matters. You have to put out at least 1 video a week, ideally a video a day. And the reason I didn't start talking right away, like, I get why Iraq veteran does that. He'll plug he used to plug the store right away in the beginning, and then he would plug himself.
A quick video, show you guys the gun selection that Moss Pawn has here. Don't get me wrong, I'm not really trying to be a salesman, so to speak. It's just that in terms of the gun selection that is available on the south side of Atlanta.
Because you're supposed to become like a household name. Well, I never plug myself because I'm controversial enough. People will eventually not be able to ignore me. They'll know who I am. They'll see my face and they'll be, I know him and I either like him or, I hate that guy. Side note that I forgot to bring up when I was filming. I do plug the store from time to time. I think it's kind of cool having little Easter eggs. I'll give out my name from time to time. I think it kind of like makes the experience of when you discover it a little bit more special because you know something not everyone else knows. Like in my earlier videos, I just ran a sign. So there's no reason to plug my name. Now the store, the reason I didn't plug the store is because we didn't know if we were going to stick around. Like, the sales had dropped that much when I had stopped being able to engage with people that we were really on the fence. Should we or should we not keep it going? Because it went from something very profitable to back to a hobby. And that was a huge thing. So I didn't plug the store right away in my videos because if I did, and we decided not to move forward with the store, then what? I still wanted to move forward with my YouTube channel, so I would just go get a job at another gun shop. Or I would just go to shooting videos, because then you don't need guns. All you have to do is shoot guns. Basically gun porn. And that's the reason I don't plug the store. I needed it to be two separate entities. So if one failed, say for example, I don't know, my YouTube didn't work out, it didn't matter. The store can move on. Or say I got into some sort of massive... When I first jumped on YouTube, it was 90% political. But then I found out that even the people that do support your idea would argue with you anyway, and those videos just didn't get views. So I cut that part off my channel. I mean, I'll still jump into political once in a while, but the point is, I was hitting on some very sensitive topics, so I didn't really necessarily want to link to the store. And then if I went and got a different job or something like that, you know, then I'd have to go back through all those videos and either delete out the plugs or remove the videos because it would no longer be related. They'd be like, what the hell is Coloma resale? You know, it wouldn't make sense. Not to mention, eventually, hopefully within the next couple of months, I'm going to be shooting these videos in an actual studio. Because I'm getting a house and I'm setting up a studio there. So if I would have been plugging the store the whole time, I would have been forced to stay here and shoot the videos, which was really hard. Like, it's like 5:30 in the morning right now, 6 in the morning. I shoot the videos long before the store opens, because I used to try shooting them when the store would open, but then it seemed like anytime I would get into my groove, and I'd start talking about a firearm, a customer would walk in, and then I'd have to shut off the camera, I'd have to move my camera out of the way, and it just was inconvenient. I have to shoot them before the store opens. So yeah, we'll be going to a set shortly. Other than that, like, that's pretty much it. It's just basically keeping them at two separate entities. For future longevity, I guess is what you'd call it. But anyways, I really do appreciate all you subscribers. Like, without you guys, I wouldn't exist. I'm employed by you guys. Regardless what other YouTubers think about it, like, we are. You guys are our bosses. So thank you for hiring me. Don't forget to subscribe.